Alright, good morning guys. Today is Friday, August 12th, and it's been a little over a week since my last update, but I want to show you guys what's been going on. As you can see, I got some pumpkins growing. That's a Jarrahdale pumpkin. That's the first one that I pollinated, the one that you can see in my last video. That was the first one, and since then others have been popping up. There's another one over there, and then there's another one right there. So as you can see, the pumpkins are finally starting to put out the baby pumpkins on these, and I'm letting them grow. Fairy tales have been still growing pretty aggressively. You know, the vines are just sprawling everywhere. I mean, and they want to put out tertiary vines like no tomorrow. You can see there's one I pollinated about 2 days ago. I gotta cut that leaf off that's rubbing on it so it doesn't scratch it. And there's another one. There's another one. Here's one I just pollinated about 5 minutes ago. This is one that's gonna get ready to open tomorrow. There's another one that'll probably open tomorrow. And there's another one that'll open tomorrow. You know, there's so many. I had 2 of them growing already, but I had to cut them off because one, I mistimed it, and I came out here and the bees had already taken all the pollen, and I tried to pollinate it with whatever was left, but there was nothing left in the flower, and it turns, you know, there was no more open flowers. So I tried to open up an old flower and try to salvage some pollen from the day before, but nothing. So I mean, that one didn't grow and aborted. And then I had another one growing here, but it was growing on top of the vines, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna cut it off, and you know, it was on this vine. So let that one take its place. You know, it's got more room over here to grow. There's the Howden. That's a Howden one I just pollinated right now too. I don't know if you can see that right there. I just pollinated that one right now too. And alright, let's come over here. See, there's another fairy tale right there. My autofocus is not working. But yeah, the Big Max is doing considerably well, and it's over there now. You can see the leaves are nice and green. Like I said before, I buried the vines up to here, so now these are coming over here. They're making its way over here. I just cut that one off today. Like I said, I don't think this plant's ready yet. So, but anyways, I got this one. There's another one here. There's another one there. So there's still plenty of female pumpkins. I mean, they want to grow. Now there's another one there. Man, getting through here has been a real hassle. This is the Connecticut field. You can see it snakes its way along over here. It's going over here. It's going over here. It's going right there. And oh, there's a baby pumpkin. You know what? I think I may just let that one. I may just pollinate that one. Let's see here. Whoop. Whoop. That's like a balancing act. Let's go over here. Okay, and you can see the nice ribbing on the Jarrahdales. These ants are crazy. It's another Howden I pollinated. It's growing real slow. I mean, that's how much it's grown in a week, and compared to the other pumpkins, it's really slow. And the leaves are really small too, you know, tiny. So I don't know. It's not looking good for this one. Here's another fairy tale I just pollinated today. And there's a Jarrahdale I pollinated yesterday. There's another fairy tale I pollinated yesterday. So, you know, you're doing good. I've been having to water like crazy though. I've been giving each plant like 2-3 gallons every day. Today is overcast, but it's been really hot the last couple of days, and by 10:30 the leaves are wilting, so I really gotta keep up on the water. But sometimes I just don't have time to come in here and spend a lot of time anymore. I try to cap my time at 2 hours, but a lot of times that's easier said than done. I mean, there's so much I gotta manage. I mean, my leaf miners, you can see they're just terrible. They just do not go away. They're here 24/7. And then that's Buddy, the resident lizard. He is fat as mud. Look at him. He's been gorging himself on all the spiders and bugs and whatnot that he's so fat he can't even run anymore away from me. Oh boy. So let's see. Let's get over here. Man, this is the other Connecticut field. I mean, you can see kind of right there where I've been burying it. I gotta bury this other stretch. I mean, it's been shooting out like crazy now that it's got significant roots. You see this secondary vine coming over here. But yeah, that's the update on the pumpkins, guys. I've been trying to take really good care of them. I've been, coming out every night, checking them out, make sure I don't see any critters or bugs. And ooh, I did find out what was eating my leaves. For the last couple of days that I've been out here, I've been seeing like blurs out of the corner of my eyes, and I'd look and I thought I was seeing things, but I said nah. Turns out I was seeing things. So the other day I was around here and 3 mice popped out of here. And I know mice can eat plants, and for me it pretty much explains the damage that I've been seeing on the leaves, the chewed off tips, what can do so much damage so fast in a few hours. And so I went out and bought some mouse traps. I bought the regular snap kind and the glue traps, and I put them over there by the hole in the fence for the neighbor's yard, because that's where I saw them. And lo and behold, there's one. Yeah, I know it looks bad, but believe me, I caught this thing within 5 minutes of putting the trap. Like, I set the trap, I walked away, 5 minutes later I heard squeaking, and I felt bad for the dude, so I snapped its neck, put it out of its misery, and put another trap there. So all in all, I have caught 3 mice with the sticky traps, and I don't let them die slowly. I put them down. But when I was out here last night, there was a gigantic rat up here, saw me and then took off running that way. So geez, I mean, bugs aren't enough. Now I got rodents to worry about. Mice and rats and hornworms and whatnot. It's frustrating that I have to keep spending money on all these pest controls. I'd rather be spending money on fertilizer for the pumpkins. But I've been brewing my compost tea. I've been using it twice a week. I just used it yesterday, and that's a new batch brewing. I've been hitting the plants twice a week with fish emulsion, and the fairy tales and the Jarrahdales, now that they got pumpkins growing, I've been hitting them with more bloom for the it's a 0-10-10 mix for potassium. So it'll help the pumpkins grow. You know, the leaves definitely look a lot greener than what, you know, they've been looking in the past. Let's see, here's my kale. I've been seeing these leaves, and I don't know if that's because they're of old age or if it's sunburn or whatnot, but you know, they're healthy. My dinosaur kale, you can see I've been harvesting some of the leaves already. The worms have been terrible for this one too, the cabbage worms. I've just been finding them left and right. I mean, bugs don't have a season, they just keep coming. These are my black crims. Yeah, see, these are starting to grow nicely. I mean, these down here have been the same size for like 2 weeks, but I see no blossom end rot, so to me that's a plus. Again, these cherry tomatoes, I moved all my tomato plants over here to make it easier to manage and, you know, save that space over there for the pumpkin vines. My Cherokee purple tomatoes, you can see they're still huge, but they're just not ripening. I don't know what I can do to speed up the ripening process, but I am really anxious to try one of these, since I hear good things and I haven't had one yet. Speaking of which, as well as my indigo rose, I mean, this thing, as you can tell, it's loaded with tomatoes. I still have not had one because they are just not ripening. They are getting big and nice and dark, but I check them out and none of them seem to be ripening. They're still green on the other side. This is my other cherry tomato. This one's got a lot of them, but not very big. And you can come over here and see that one's starting to ripen, and it's not even nowhere near close to full size. Another one there, a couple more there. Yeah, I've been having to support this thing like crazy. Spider webs are all over the place. I got this Cherokee purple over here, and it's got plenty of tomatoes growing, and I've been being very careful to give it plenty of calcium. I don't want that blossom end rot on these. And over here my other black crim, but I'm losing the battle over this one. You see, it's still getting blossom end rot. I don't know what to do. I mean, I keep giving it plenty of calcium. I keep the soil moist. I think black crim is just a very difficult tomato plant to grow, at least for me. I mean, I wasn't doing anything different with that one than I was with the other ones, and I was not getting blossom end rot on the cherries or the indigo rose or the Cherokee purple, but for some reason the black crim just wants to get blossom end rot, and we'll see how it tastes. But depending on how it tastes, I may not grow it again next year. It's just too much trouble. This is a shot of the whole patch. Trying to think if I left anything out. Sorry if I'm a little scatterbrained. Like I said, spend too much time out here burying vines. It's a lot of work, and but I'm happy to see pumpkins growing. I mean, this is why I did it, just to see a nice sea of green leaves with, you know, pumpkins growing on them. And I can't wait till I start harvesting my first ones. I mean, we're still a few months away from Halloween, but these particular type of pumpkin, I can probably let them continue to grow past Halloween. After all, they are for eating, not for Halloween. That's why I got the Connecticut Fields and the Big Macs for. I don't know if you can see over there, my Brandywine tomato didn't make it. I think I let it dry out too much, and it just didn't make it. The garlic, I think it's dried enough. It's more or less me being lazy to get it out of here. But that's my update, guys. Questions, comments, let me know. Hopefully I will have more pumpkins growing on my next video, and hopefully these will be a lot bigger. You know, I'll take what I can get. And thanks